mother blessing. Every power blessing like child. God bless you.
Greetings, everyone. Jai Ma. Welcome to the Living Shakti Summit interview series. Thank you for joining us. I hope that you've enjoyed all of these amazing interviews so far. And I hope that you're also enjoying the celebration of Vivatri. And today I am very honored to be speaking with Preeti. Preeti, thank you so much for joining us for this interview series.
Thank you.
And Preeti, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Self, if I have to explain self, then I have to say I'm a particle of God in this cosmos, in this universe. And when I have been given this body, and body has been given a name, so I reside in India in a place called Jamshedpur, which is also known as a steel city, having first steel company of India. And by profession, I'm a chartered secretary. I have been working for very long with Tatas for about 30 years. Got married, came down to this place. My husband, he is an MBA from US. He stayed in US for some time before moving to Australia and then coming to India to be with his parents. And he is MBA Finance. He's a financial analyst, and I'm a charter secretary. So we united, and God has blessed us with two children, Gaurav and Garima. Gaurav has moved on doing his master's and now working in Melbourne, Australia. And daughter, she wants to study in Canada, and she'll be moving in the month of January. So that's little about us.
Wow. Thank you. Thanks so much for sharing and sharing about your family as well. Can you please tell us how you met Ma for the first time and what that experience was like for you?
Sure. I had heard of a word, but that was not yet defined. Miracle, miraculous. So whenever I look back, you know, the first and the only meeting I've had with Ma till now, it was a miracle. A miracle to happen in the manner it happened. It was Mahakumbh time, 2013. Me and my ex-colleague now have been wanting to visit Mahakumbh together. But due to family responsibilities, it couldn't happen. She went alone with another friend of hers, and I was here watching about Mahakumbh, crying, yearning to be a part of it. She returned, and she met me with a smile. I said, yes. She said, Preeti, something wonderful happened at Mahakumbh. I said, tell me, share with me. She said, we have been going to the spiritual leaders, whosoever was residing at that point in time at Ghat. And we happened to meet Guru Ma. Ma. She met her at Mahakumbh for the first time. She said, Ma spoke to us about us without even knowing us, informing us about ourselves. So she said, we felt so blessed, we were so enchanted. It was absolutely hypnotizing. Her goodness, her love, her bliss. She said, she and me in the office itself we shared spiritual discourses, a person with whom I was very comfortable sharing the spiritual aspect of my own self. She said, then I felt like showing Ma, your picture. I wanted her to bless you because I didn't know whether it will ever be possible for you to meet her. She showed my picture in her mobile too. Ma looked at it and smiled. She said, she's a good person. But today she's engulfed in the worldly activities and her own world. But she is honestly yearning for a guru. And this very fact, only my ex-colleague knew about, because I used to cry in the office. I said, we are blessed to be born Indian, with whole lot of scriptures, heritage, and vibrations all around, which also somewhere shows us the path, This could be your path. Gyan Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, any would be your path for enlightenment. But without a guru holding your hand, it's not possible. I used to cry. For 3 years, I was crying. And this was known only to my ex-colleague now, Sunita. She said, when Mother said this, and I knew the fact, I said, Mother, you need to bless her. So Mother sent me 2 marigold flowers for me and Prasad. She said, ask Preeti to keep these at the door of her house, these 2 flowers at each side of the door, and give her the Prasad. Well, she came back, she shared it with me. Then with Mother's permission, I was allowed to look at her picture, and there was a kind of pull, but I couldn't explain it, Well, it happened, and post week 10 days after that, I received a call from Tiwari ji. Tiwari ji said, "Aap kaun bol rahe hain? Sunita?" I said, no, this is Preeti. Kehte, okay, Ma has called you all. There is this commemoration of Mahamandaleshwar to her. So she's called you to Kashi, Varanasi on these dates. He said, Aap bhi aiye. He has never met me, never ever talked to me. I said, Ji, I don't know what happened to me. I just went online and I booked myself. Realizing, so at that particular day, I will be leaving, my daughter will be completing her exams for 9th standard. And it will be possible for me to leave and then be present there. I did not consult anyone, did not ask anyone, nothing. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even know Mother. Practically, I had only seen her picture virtually. That's it. So in India, whatever said and done, when you are in a family unit, there is some kind of, even if educated, working, liberated woman, there is some kind of protocols and conservations and a thought process which is followed. Actions are not taken just like that, abruptly, whimsically. But I did it. And after I had booked myself virtually, Sunita walks into my room and she said, why are you smiling? I said, I'm going. Though you have been invited to, but I didn't know whether you will come along or not. She said, where are you going? I said, Guruma has called me. I'm going. I didn't have a place to stay. It was a Mahakumbha time, I didn't know Mother. I didn't know which unit they belonged to, virtually not much was available. But what was it? Even when I came home, I told my husband, he didn't question me at all. Now I look back with amazement. I said, what was that? It was a miracle. It was a miracle. And I went to Kashi and everything was new, For me, first time visiting that city, meeting Tiwari ji. After waiting for him very long at the Akhada, he had called me. Then ABC, happened, and I met Ma. I met Kadambari Ma. And the kind of vibrations I received, it is only miraculous. These are not normal vibrations. No. Some people give you energy, some people vibe well, some people are positive, but such strong spiritual vibrations which leave you in this state of bliss for many, many, many days and months. It happened. And during the conversations, I happened to ask Mother. I said, Mother, what did you do? How did you call me? You didn't even know me. Tiwari ji said, Aap bhi aa jao. You also come. Let Sunita come, you also come. She said, I had sent you those 2 flowers to call you to me. So what was that? You hear such stories or you read belonging to such a culture, but something like this happening with you is no less than a miracle. Jai Ma, that was my first experience with Ma, and the only experience till now, but I talk to her at times. Also connected with Mother Kadambari. And when I see Mother Kadambari incidentally is my Diksha Guru. When I see her, she personifies the word, the meaning of the word surrender. When you say you surrender to Dai or you surrender to your Guru, she is personified. Her own, each iota of herself, her life, she has surrendered to Guru Ma. Look from where she has traveled to Mother, leaving behind just everything. Did she know about her future? Was there any future, any pipeline? Nothing. There was only one thing, surrender. So these are the 2 most beautiful relationships of my life, of bliss, of total bliss. But I tell you here, I used to hear it, but understood post my first meeting that you need to stay connected in person with your Guru, not regularly, but intermittently. You need to. Because the thread of bliss within you, will continue with the same flow. You will feel the bliss, but not the same flow, until you meet with them in returns. We need to. That is what I have understood. I haven't met them past so many years. It was not that I was not called, but as the world cycle, the karmas, the duties, it's a very vicious cycle. At times, even if you feel like it's difficult to pull yourself out, no one is like Mother Kadambari. No one is like her. She's a blessing. She's a blessing. Absolutely. So with me, beside whatever happened there and the conversations and all of that has been my first experience with Mother, which I still feel it and need to renew it. This time on Guru Purnima Day, when I called her, she said, I haven't met you for so many years, Mother, I need to meet you. She said, come over, otherwise I'll come and meet you. Where do you stay? I said, what more do I need, Mom? I will come to you. Please allow me. Please call me so I be there.
Yes. Yeah, that's beautiful. And I feel the bliss still coming from you from that first meeting when you retell that miracle and that story. So thank you so much for sharing. And I know right now is Navratri, and that you're in India, and it's a very special time that you get to celebrate. And I'm wondering if you can just tell us more about how you're celebrating Navratri this season.
Some background with the Navratri, very auspicious days. And each day you welcome a mother in a new role with a new name. But if you look at the mothers, 8th is Durga Ma's day, and then you will feel the 9 as such is considered a very auspicious number. So many things you can fragment, there are 9s. So 9 is Navratras, mother in 9 roops, in 9 forms. And each form is being defined. And when you go a little in detail, you will realize in India, we call it Navrasa. 9, when you say rasa, are the doctrines, the within you characteristics, defining you. So each day Ma is coming in a different rasa, which is within you, you just need to awaken it. So once you awaken it, you reach there. So basically it's a celebration which is, celebration in the way of puja, performance, dance for mother, celebrating it amongst a little girl, offering them prasad. A little rituals are engaged, but the essence is that reading about each swarupa of Ma, each form of Ma, can you instill some characteristic within you? Think about it, pray to Mother, and instill that. So that 9 forms, no rasa, will gradually bliss you, awaken you, take you forward to enlightenment.
Jai Ma.
Jai Ma.
Very beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And I know that you have a video of some bhakti devotion that we're going to be watching, and that you're going to, can you tell us more? Are you reading a poem in this video?
Yes, I do write poems. Earlier, I used to write, now I write spiritual poems too.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, well, I think we will watch this video that you've shared with us. And thank you so much, Preeti, for joining us for this interview series. It's been so lovely to get to know you and to get to hear you speak about Ma Adi Shakti. And it's really a blessing. So give thanks. Thank you, Jai Ma.
Thank you, Jai Ma. It was an honor. Thank you.
आप सबको मेरा विनम्र और मेरी परम प्रिय पूजनीय गुरु माँ और दीक्षा माँ को मेरी वंदना। गुरु माँ, आपके चरणों में जिंदगी की धूप छांव भी आसान लगने लगी है। एक प्रार्थना आपके चरणों में अर्पित है। अविनाशी, मेरे सद्गुरु मुझे ऐसी राह चला दे, उठा रब की गोद बिठा दे, हो जाए विश्वास ये पक्का कि मैं हूँ अजर अमर अविनाशी, मन नहीं दुख चिंता का वासी, जुगनू सा चमका दे, आकाश का सितारा बना दे, मेरे सद्गुरु मुझे ऐसी राह चला दे। हरि। This video has global presence of devotees, and I understand that language becomes a little barrier in understanding the devotion. Hence, humbly trying to translate my emotions for you. It begins with salutations and homage to Guru Ma. The prayer is a rhyme, and the spiritual emotion expressed is a request to Guru Ma to lead me to the path which helps me secure a place in thy lap. Asking Guru Ma to instill a faith which establishes the fact that our true self is awakened, immortal, and indestructible. The heart no longer harbors sorrows or worries, but illuminates like a star or like a firefly in the glory of Lord. Guru Ma, help me lead to such path. Hari Om. With love and lots of love, I part here to meet you all again. Hari Om. Hari Om.